All right, so we're going to talk about frequency distributions, and I guess I'll put my screen up here. There we go. And Super Bowl winning scores. So that's all the Super Bowls up to whenever our book was published. I think it was like 04, 03. All right, so what is our N value is the number of items. How many are there?
Yeah,
That's what I get. So there are 34 of them. You remember how to calculate range? Yeah. High minus low. I'm pretty sure somebody dropped a double nickel on the Broncos at one point. And the low was 14. Is that right? So the range is 41 points. Any Broncos fans in here? Or don't want to admit it right now?
My brother used to have room. He has 3 giant posters of different Broncos players, and his room called Broncos.
Wow.
He's like got signed autographs by like Joe Davis and Captain and everything.
Oh, you have season tickets, right? You have season tickets, right?
For the next 3 years, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. How? Why?
We're going to play. We're going to go.
Awesome. I guess have 6 tickets. So it doesn't matter.
Okay, so you're going to see a word in there, a vocab word called class intervals. Basically, that's just, if you were graphing it, it's the scale, right? So basically, you want to come up with groups to tally these numbers up. So our class intervals, an example for this one could be 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. You don't want too many classes, but you don't want too few. 5 or 6 is usually a pretty good number. So those would be our class intervals. I'm not going to worry about that. These are words that I've never used, but our book uses a word called class mark. It's just the middle number in each class interval. So here it will be 15, 25, 35, 45, and 55, right? All right, good so far? No, very nice. Okay, we're gonna do a line plot. And we will use, we're just gonna use our class intervals here. And mark an X for every time it occurs. So how many are there between 10 and 20? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, 4. All right. You remember how to build these now? Yeah, pretty easy. So go ahead and finish it. 20 to 30. Did I miss one? Did you guys count 30? That's up to you. So if you count 20, you have to count in here, you have to count 30 in here, right? So you gotta, everything has to match in some way. How many did we get 30 to 40? Anybody get there? 12? Forty to 50. 1, 3, and 2. So you can kind of see the distribution here. Next week we'll talk about the normal distribution, but that gives you kind of an idea of what it looks like. Good? Okay. No? Okay. I will wait. All right, line graph. About 3. What do we want to scale our y-axis? It's the number of well, the maximum was 13, right? So go there. Between 0 and 10, there were 0 of them, right? 10 and 20, 4. And make sure you're putting your dot in the middle. 20 and 30 was 13. And 12, 3, 2. There's your line graph. Line graph is good for showing trends. Can I put my histogram on the same one? Do you guys mind? Okay. It'll be in red. And there's a histogram.
So it's the same setup, we just have bars that are right next to each other instead of dots and lines. Okay. Yeah, bar graphs don't touch. And that, I think it is mentioned in here, but it's, yeah. There's a couple in here that I don't mention. Back-to-back bar graphs. Okay, last one's the tally table. I'm pretty sure you can handle this too. It's just making marks. So there will be 4 here. That'd be 13, 12, 3, 2. And there's your tally table. We could probably keep going, but those are the big 4 I want you to see. I'm confident you can do bar graphs by now, because we've touched it every year, and I think you knew it pretty well when you got here. So, any questions? Good to go. So you can do these on the calculator. I'm not going to show you. Yesterday was supposed to be this and today calculator day, but you know what happened yesterday. So I'm not going to show you on the calculator, but you can do a lot of them on there by entering data in your tables or in your lists and creating a stat plot. Okay, so let me write out the work, and you can hopefully finish it by the end. On number 5, I want you to do 2 line graphs. It asks you for a back-to-back bar graph, so I just changed that one up a little bit. You should be able to get pretty far in it since you have 20 minutes.